y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, we do a little bit of everything from movies and TV show recs to natural hair to weekly vlogs. So whatever it is you need, you're in the right place. Y'all, we are starting a new series today. I'm really excited. So if you saw the thumbnail, then you know this is anime reviews with the newbie. I'm the newbie. I promise this is the first time we're gonna go over this long of an intro because this is the first video in this series, so it's just gonna be a little history, but don't trip. I got timestamps in the description box in case you don't want to hear all this. Hey y'all, editing Nate here really quickly. I just want to say this video is very much for the newbies to anime. I don't need anybody from the die-hard anime community trying to come at me because I know how y'all like to tussle. This video is strictly from a newbie's POV and we're gonna act accordingly. I grew up in a time where like Pokemon was really big, Yu-Gi-Oh was really big, Dragon Ball Z. And the one that I only ever watched, I guess Pokemon is considered an anime. Like to me, it's anime style animation. And that's like as far as I went. Every once in a while, I would watch Yu-Gi-Oh. But I grew up believing that black people couldn't watch anime. Like it is what it is. I know that sounds terrible. I already grew up as a scene kid. Which scene? Then there are all the ones I thought I shouldn't have been in as a black person. So I listened to metal music. I was listening to Screamo. I was listening to all of the things that wasn't hip hop and R&B. So I was already like an outcast in that sense. I didn't want to add anime on top of that. So I picked my battles and I was like, I'm gonna be the Screamo kid and not the anime kid. And ooh, I did not want to be both. I already had this image that like anime was kind of weird, and I'm sorry, no offense to the black anime kids out there, but that's just what I thought. Like if you're black, you get that. So how I got here is very strange, and I know I get a lot of hate because of it from people who I've told, but like it is what it is. This is the way that I got into anime. Back in like 2017 or so, Netflix released a live action movie of Death Note, which is the first anime review that we're gonna be doing today. And I was like, oh my god, like this movie is amazing. Like everybody should watch this movie, Death Note. And then I was talking to Bay about it, like probably like, I don't know, some months later. And I was like, oh my god, I forgot to tell you about this movie, Death Note, that I saw on Netflix. And he was like, you watched a movie named Death Note? And I was like, yeah, it's on Netflix. Like, you gotta watch it, it's so good. And he was like, Death Note is an anime. Like, what do you, because he is one of those black anime kids. Like, he grew up watching it. He's very much a stuck-up anime kid, okay? So like, that's him. So he was like, what do you mean you watched a movie called Death Note? Like, Death Note is an anime and you need to watch the anime because it's better. And I was like, that sounds all good, but I don't watch anime. So fast forward to 2020, I'm stuck in the house, right? I'm home by myself. Can't go anywhere, can't really do anything. And I start going on these binges of just watching things that I either didn't have time to watch before or like typically wouldn't watch. And eventually I make my way to Death Note, the anime. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is the time that I can finally get into this anime that he was talking to me about. Now, before I get into the specifics of the Death Note anime, I want to say that if you've even been a little bit in the anime community, just like dipped a toe, like I did, like I dipped a pinky toe in there, then you know about the whole dub versus sub thing. I'm going to be the first to admit, I like a nice dub. And that means that they are literally like dubbing the audio. So whatever language is coming in, they're reworking it to put English on top of it. Versus sub, which is subtitles, where it's in the native language and you just have to read the subtitles. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes I'm down with reading subtitles, but 9 times out of 10, I'm eating when I'm watching TV, so I don't want to have to like not look at my plate just to read subtitles. So I know, I get there's a whole like dub versus sub thing, but like it is what it is. That's what I like to do. So you can find Death Note dubbed. You can also watch it sub, but you can find it dubbed. Okay, so basically Death Note is about this book, literally just a notebook that you can write names in, and when you write someone's name, you basically decide when and how they die. Like that's the Death Note at the very basic level. But I will say the Death Note comes with a bajillion rules, and some of them I can't remember, but like that kind of makes it interesting. It has all these rules to it. One of them being that you have to know what the person looks like. So, and you have to know their first and last name. So when you're writing their name, you have to be able to picture their face. Otherwise, it won't work. And there are all these things like if something intervenes, they're dead. They just die naturally of a heart attack. So like all these rules, so many rules. But basically, you hold the power to kill anyone that you know their name and have seen their face. That is the basics of the Death Note. Now, it really does get interesting because think about what you would do if you had power like that. Like, would you use it for good? Would you use it for evil? That really depends on you, sis or bro. I have no idea how you would use that. hopefully you will use it for good. I think that this is a good first anime because it is riveting. I do think you should watch it if you're new to anime in the order that I did, and that is watch the live action on Netflix, watch the anime, and then go back to the live action, because that's what I did. And I will admit, okay, the live action is not as good as the anime, but if you're trying to find a good story, it's kind of like when you're finding a good book. Maybe you don't read a book until you watch the movie and you're like, oh, the movie is really good, like let me read the book. It's kind of the same thing. It's like I took something that I was interested in, the live action movie, then I said, oh, if I like that, maybe I'll like the anime. Like it was like my dishwasher literally just stopped. Anyway, that's what my dishwasher sounds like when it stops. You can find the Death Note anime on Hulu and Netflix. So while you're in Netflix, you might as well just watch the live action, start the anime, and then go back and rewatch it, because that's what I did. So I will say the live action is not as good. There are definitely details that you can't fit into an hour-and-a-half movie that you can fit into one season. So Death Note is only one season, but it's about 40 episodes. And you know, they're pretty lengthy episodes. So it will be a commitment, but I promise you it is so worth it. And the ending, top notch. Not every show ends well. Like some people just don't know how to end the show well. Whenever I think about a good ending, I always think back to Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad had a top notch ending to the show. So did Death Note. So you won't watch the whole thing and then be disappointed. At least I wasn't. I enjoyed the ending. I think that it is a great beginner anime. I really give it a 10/10. I've actually watched it more than once, full through. I've watched it about 2.5 times. It's definitely one of my top rated animes. I don't even know if people in the anime community like Death Note that much, but highly recommend. And that is your anime review with a newbie. So we're gonna be doing more of these. I haven't watched a lot of anime yet because, like I said, I just started 2 years ago, and it's not like I sit and watch anime all day. I do watch a lot of other things, but there are more reviews to come. The next anime that I'm going to be reviewing is for my girlies who like thrillers. So if you love a good thriller / like mystery, the next one is going to be for you. Not sure when I'm going to post it, but stay tuned to my community tab because I'll probably update it there. Down in the comments, what's the first thing you think you'd do with the Death Note if you had it? Whether it's good or evil, like I just want to know where y'all heads at. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll catch y'all back later when I do the next one. And until then, subscribe. Little girlies and boys. Boys, is that a word? Maybe. The next anime I do, we talk about video. Welcome back to my channel. Shadow, per usual, is in and out of the videos.